Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited about today's video because later today I have a big announcement for you guys. It is so hard for me to keep this information down and not just tell you guys right now, but I have to wait. We'll talk about that later, but right now I'm on the way to go pick up my pottery. If you didn't see Wednesday's video, go check that out. Me, Josie, and Courtney did some pottery painting. It was such a fun experience, but it actually takes a week for them to be fired, so I'm going to pick them all up right now. Which honestly, this is an odd occurrence for me right now because I hardly go anywhere by myself. Like very rarely do I actually have the guts to like walk into somewhere completely by myself or to even drive somewhere by myself. But today we're going to overcome that fear and I'm going to do some things just by myself today. It is 1:30 right now and I haven't eaten today, and honestly nothing sounds good to me except for coffee. But I also know if I drink coffee I'm going to feel like crap, so I should eat food as well. I'm struggling to figure out what I want. My brain is kind of gearing towards Dunkin' Donuts, but I would need to like go on their website and like figure out what I even want. So let's do that really quick. I just figured out what I want, so I'll see you guys at Dunkin'.
Welcome to Dunkin'.
Hi, can I get a caramel swirl iced latte?
What size?
Medium, and can I get almond milk and 1 shot of espresso? And then plain stuffed bagel minis.
Tapio?
Yes.
Send me $17.50.
Thank you. I just got my coffee. I paid extra for the caramel drizzle and they actually forgot it, so I am a little bit sad about that. But I've actually never gotten an iced coffee from Dunkin' before. Usually when I get iced coffee I just go to Starbucks because I like it better. I honestly regret the decision to come to Dunkin' today because this is just too strong for me. Like certain coffee is just like too much for me. I'm not that big of a coffee drinker, so when I drink coffee like I want it to taste good, you know? And this just tastes like straight up coffee to me. But it's actually still pretty good. Like, I don't know, my relationship with coffee is very weird. Like, I like the taste of it, but I also don't. So it's just really confusing. So I like my coffee to be like a very specific way. Coffee also makes my stomach hurt like very badly, so I just like to make sure that like I'm drinking it for like a good purpose, you know? Like if it tastes good, then it's fine. I'll deal with the stomachache. But like if it's not good, why would I put myself through that? There's so many people around me. I feel like they're all staring at me. I also got stuffed bagel bites, which I've never actually had from Dunkin' before, but I'm pretty excited to try them, so I'll update you guys about how those taste. But right now I'm on the way to the pottery place, so I will see you guys when I get there. I'm pretty upset right now, I'm not gonna lie. I drove like 30 minutes here by myself to pick up this pottery, and then I sat in the car in the parking lot for an additional 30 minutes because I was too afraid to go in by myself. And on this paper that they gave me, it says pick up 5:19 after 1 p.m. and then they circled Friday. It's 5:19 and it's 2:30. And then I just walked over there and the lights are all off and the door's closed. So yeah, I am a little bit upset because I just like drove all the way here for this pottery and I promised you guys that I was going to put it in today's video. And of course, they're closed, so I don't know what to do about that now. Not only did I drive all the way here and all the way back home and I didn't even get my pottery, I have to come back again and do this entire process like all over again, and that's the part that's like frustrating to me. Like I really don't want to drive all the way back here like tomorrow or the next day or like ever, honestly, until I'm ready to do pottery again. I'm just going to head home now and I'm just going to think about the exciting news that I'm going to tell you guys once I get home. I saw that my mom had posted a video mentioning that I did have a big announcement, and a lot of you guys in the comments are guessing. You think I'm engaged, you think I'm moving out, pregnant, I don't know. Just wait and see because I'm about to tell you here pretty soon. But maybe it's one of those, maybe it's all three, maybe it's none of them, and maybe it's something else, but you guys are just going to have to wait and see. I'm so excited. Welcome back, guys. It has been a few hours since I've last filmed. All I have been up to is literally laying around. I took a bath and I redid my makeup for some reason. It was just super uncomfortable, so I just ended up redoing it. But I'm in my room right now and it is time to tell you guys the big news. I'm just going to put it in simple terms as quick as possible. So the only way that I can do that is by telling you that Cordelia is going to be a big sister. Let me explain. I am not pregnant. She's not going to be a big sister to a child. she's going to be a big sister to a new kitty. Now, you guys probably think I'm crazy because I already have 3 cats, but do you guys know my parents? I have been raised by very crazy parents throughout my entire life. I have never had less than like 5 animals at a time, and my parents have always bought dogs very frequently, so I'm kind of turning into them a little bit, but with cats. So I'm 18 years old, and this is actually going to be my 4th cat. I have Danner and Ivy, who are almost 5 years old, and then Cordelia will be turning 1 year old on July 4th. So kind of time to get into the story about how this happened. This story is kind of crazy because I had no intentions of getting a cat at all, and then it kind of came up in conversation, and within like 24 hours I paid for the cat. It all started with this text message. It is Friday right now, and this conversation happened Wednesday morning, so this was 2 days ago. Chase texted, "Junkyard place has a bunch of kittens," and my mom said, "Don't share that kind of information." And he sent a picture of a Siamese cat and said, "One of these," which was kind of torture for me because I've been saying for like the longest time, like even since I got Cordelia, that the next cat that I would want would be a Siamese cat. So then the conversation continued, and my mom was like, "Take a photo, are they selling them, blah blah blah." Like the conversation just kept going. Obviously me reading that made me excited, and it put like a bunch of ideas into my head. Honestly, I'm not even the one to blame for this situation. I feel like my mom should take full responsibility, because after this conversation happened, I went downstairs and me and my mom got into a conversation about the cats, and she found this girl on Facebook who is selling kittens, and that is basically where everything started. So of course we're looking through this girl's Facebook, we're looking at all the kittens she has just for fun, and my mom wanted to message her just for fun to see when we could get the kitten, how much the kitten would cost. But remember, it was all just for fun, right? Like we were just trying to get some information. Like we weren't gonna buy it, we were literally just gonna do it for fun. So then I went to the mall with my friend Courtney, and the entire time my mom is sending me kitten after kitten after kitten until I finally see the exact kitten that I want, and I tell my mom I want that kitten, and she keeps sending me more and more and more and more kittens, and I'm like, "No mom, I want this kitten." Of course I fell in love with this kitten, and I just knew, like I had a gut feeling. I was like, I'm going to get this cat. I don't know how it's gonna happen, but I am going to get it. Even my mom was on board. Like she was so on board, so that's why my gut feeling was even stronger, that I just knew that this was going to happen. And then of course it gets to the end of the conversation, and I tell my mom like, "Okay, I want this cat, like I'm gonna pay for it, like blah blah blah." And of course she says, "You need to talk to your dad," which if you guys know my dad, there was like a 95% chance that he was going to say no to getting this cat. So it just immediately made me so sad when my mom said that, because I just knew it wasn't gonna happen anymore, that she said we needed to get my dad's permission and whatnot. Because when we got Cordelia, we didn't even tell my dad about any of it, and that's the only reason it happened. So I just knew from that point on, like it literally wasn't gonna happen. I came home, I was just so upset. My mom was like, "Go downstairs and talk to your dad," and I was like, "It's not even worth it, like it's literally not going to happen, like whatever." So I go downstairs and I'm like, "Me and mom have something to ask you about," and before I even get a single word out, he says, "We're not getting another cat." So at that point I felt so defeated, and I literally just wanted to go upstairs and like not have that conversation anymore. My mom convinced me to stay, which was a good idea, because I sat there, I told my dad all the information, I gave him my little sob story, and at the very end he was like, "I'll have a conversation with your mom tonight and we'll get back to you tomorrow with a final answer," which was shocking to me because usually my dad would just say no, and like that would be the end of the story, and I would have to beg and beg and beg, and the answer would still be no. So I was very shocked at that response. So I went upstairs and I kind of just kept looking at the picture of this cat, manifesting a little bit. A couple hours had gone by, and then my dad texted me and my mom in a group chat and said, "What is the name?" ? So that kind of confirmed that I was allowed to get the cat. Now that you guys know pretty much the entire backstory of like me getting the cat, now it's time to tell you the information regarding the cat. The cat is currently 3 weeks old, and I don't get to take it home until 10 to 12 weeks. Sadly, I'm not going to meet my kitten until like the 2nd week of July, which is like a month and a few weeks from now, which is so sad because I'm so excited about this, and I can't imagine waiting like a whole another month. Like I'm gonna lose my mind. I don't know how to exactly explain this part, but it's not like 100% like a Siamese cat, but it looks just like one, just a little bit of like a lighter version of it. The actual name for the cat is Blue Point Mink, which I've never heard of that before, but it just looks like a very, very light version of a Siamese cat. Like it has a little bit of brown on the nose and brown on the ears and whatnot. I'm not going to show you guys any pictures yet because I want it to be a complete surprise when I introduce the cat to y'all. I also have a name and a nickname and everything picked out, but I'm also not going to share that with you guys yet. The cat that I'm getting is also a ragdoll cat, which if you guys don't know about that, Google it. I personally didn't know about it either, but it is a special kind of cat. It is also very expensive, and my mom actually told me that this will be the most expensive pet that anyone has bought in our family. So rest in peace to my bank account. So that is about all of the information that I'm going to tell you guys. I know I'm leaving you on a major cliffhanger, but I promise here in a month you will hear so much information and you will see so much footage about it. Like I promise you, it's going to be a big thing. So you just have to be patient like I am being. But yes, this is absolutely a for sure thing. I already put down a down payment, so that means there's no backing out of this. All I get to do for the next month and a half is meet her through pictures and videos, which I'm so excited about, but I cannot wait to actually put my hands on her. I'm so excited, and I hope you guys are as excited as I am. I feel like I'm turning into a crazy cat lady at a very young age, but my mom told me at the beginning of this process, whatever's meant to be will be, and it's happening, so obviously it was meant to be. One thing that I want you guys to do so badly is guess the name in the comments below. I have a first name, a middle name, and a nickname picked out, so try your best to guess. It is a girl, by the way, so that's another hint that I'll give you guys in guessing the name. I'm not going to tell any of you if you're right. I just kind of want to see what you guys think it's going to be. I hope you guys are excited, and I hope you guys are ready to wait this next very, very long month and a half with me. Bye guys.